Hey guys, this is AJYT, and considering the Fred 3 that movie reaction is going up this weekend, I figured I would slip a review in there. So this is that movie, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now I know this movie isn't absolutely terrible, but it is still, it's not good. It's not great. I would give it probably 3 stars, maybe like a 60%, because while it is good for family, geez, the messages in this is so repetitive. What was the message from Alvin and the Chipmunks? The first one? Family. What was the message in the Squeakquel? Family. What do you guys think? What do you guys think the message is in this one? Family. What do you guys think the message is in the Road Chip? Which I won't be covering because I actually quite enjoy that movie. Fight me. Yeah, it was family. But yeah, this is just a really weird movie. They use all these characters, they even bring back David Cross, which is a great decision by the producers, who seem to be soul-sucking us at this point when they're watching us watch this. And, the CGI has improved from, Alvin and the Chipmunks, the first one. The story hasn't really. I mean, they just keep putting chipmunk puns into everything. First it's Alvin and the Chipmunks, but then it's the Squeakquel, then Chipwrecked, then the Road Chip. It kind of gets annoying after a while, but you know what? That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this movie alone, period. So, in the beginning, we start off with Dave. It's almost like he's trying to escape these movies, drowning out the song that we get in the initial first, like 2 minutes. Plus, we get 3 songs on the soundtrack in 5 minutes. 5 minutes in, already 3 songs. I don't care that one of them is literally 5 seconds long. It counts as a song on the soundtrack. If there even was a soundtrack for this one. If so, this would probably be a 2-discer. I know discer isn't a word, but you know what? Fight me. Like I said, they do bring back David Cross as Ian. The crazy guy from the first Alvin and the Chipmunks and the Squeakquel. He's fun. We get him in this creepy, pelican suit, which is pretty funny. We get a really strange character, Zoe. And they make her seem like, oh, this is fun, so the Chipmunks won't be alone. At least we'll have some human actors besides David Lee and David Cross. But no. They turn her into a villain about 50 minutes into the movie, almost an hour in. They turn her into a villain because apparently there is jewels on the island that she didn't know about, and apparently she thinks she's going to be rich. I don't know how that plan was going to work out for her, because either way the Chipmunks would have found out and, probably reported her to the police. But you know what? Her character was I forgot the actor that played her, actually. But yeah. Also, there is a crazy and very weird twist in this. So Simon gets bitten by a spider, and he no longer becomes Simon, or he is no longer Simon. He is Simone. And he takes on this French accent. First of all, I don't know why a spider bite would affect your accent. Biologists can probably explain that, but I don't have a biologist on standby. So yeah, it affects his speech. He gets a French accent, and he falls for Jeanette and everything, which is kind of weird because aren't they I know they aren't, like, literally, like, brother and sister, but, like, aren't they a they are a family. And throughout the whole movie, we even get some Alvin and Brittany flirting, a ton of Theodore and Jeanette flirting in this movie, and in the beginning of the road trip, which isn't bad. Once again, I love the road trip. They always try to mix in some sort of, like, climactic thing. So halfway through the movie, the heroes find out, oh, there's a volcano. Yeah, that's crazy. You guys didn't notice that? Like, hear the rumbling or anything, during your time on the island? Because they spend like 2 or 3 days on this island, guys. But eventually, but yeah, back to the beginning of the movie. They board the ship, they do some stuff. We meet up with David Cross and, have some fun stuff with him and the captain and everything. We get the kid that played Tyler from Big Time Rush in there too, which I don't know why I pointed that out, but I don't know, I wanted to. Alvin is constantly a douchebag, gets everybody basically, like, tossed off the ship, literally. Not tossed off the well, they didn't get thrown off the ship, he gets them into the mess that, gets them chipwrecked, and, Brittany's mad, and everybody's, having conflict with one another. It's pretty tense. But yeah, they meet up with Zoe and everything the next day. And we get David or we get Dave and we get Dave and Ian going after the Chipmunks and everything. And eventually they do find him like an hour into the movie. So yeah, that's cool. Also, Jeanette gets her leg injured. Nothing else used in that movie, really. I mean, or nothing else really used from that idea, really, because, like, literally a scene later, when Simon starts dancing with Jeanette, she throws away her crutches and dances with Theodore. All she does is hop on one leg. So apparently, that was just this person isn't that important. Let's throw in that. Like, just a last minute touch by the producer, which is pretty weird. Or the writer, I mean. So yeah, they team up with, Ian and everybody, and they build a boat, and then it's time to deal with Zoe, who has kidnapped Jeanette, to try and get the gold and all the necklaces and rings and stuff. And basically, she gets some stuff, and they go to this, like, log kind of bridge thing. They have a standoff. Dave gets knocked off, and he's hanging by a branch, and, everybody runs out. And then Alvin, I forgot what Alvin does. Or no, he's Alvin, I don't know, I forget, really. Because this is a really forgettable movie. Inside of the franchise. For me personally, Squeakle is my least favorite. Because how boring it is to see them go through high school. I just think that's really dumb. But yeah, they have a standoff. Alvin picks up his, Swiss Army knife, does something with that. Yeah, Dave gets knocked off. He's hanging by a branch. You guys will probably see a clip of it in this. Or he falls off, and Zoe's still got Jeanette captive. So, yeah. And then Simon sweeps in, saves Jeanette after he isn't Simone anymore. He actually is Simon. He gets knocked out and that breaks it. But I really don't know how because, he didn't get, turned into Simone with a knockout. It was a spider bite. But you know what? Logic doesn't make sense. This is a Chipmunks movie, for God's sakes. Let's just throw in some nonsensical logic in there. But yeah, we get some of that. So yeah, eventually all the conflict is pretty much solved. They all run out of there. And convenient helicopter, me personally, if I was in the helicopter, I would have been like, oh, it's Alvin and the Chipmunks. Let's pick up David Cross and leave. Let's leave everybody else. Well, David. Yeah, we'll pick up David Lee and David Cross. That's it. we'll leave the Chipmunks there to die. But yeah, overall, this movie is just a waste. This is like a waste of energy, I think, for the producers. The producers really love us just watching this and suffering, probably. Squeakquel is the worst one in the series. Road Chip is my favorite. Fight me on that. Chipwrecked is ultimately a it's a chipwreck. Exactly what it says in the title. It's a wreck of a movie. I really don't see why people went to see this in theaters. Unless you got kids, of course. But if you're an adult going to see this, I can understand maybe your preference. Maybe you watched Alvin and Chipmunks cartoon as a child. I watched it a little bit when I was like 5, the Christmas special with, Alvin playing the harmonica. But yeah, this overall is a waste of time. Don't watch this movie unless you have a little kid and want to occupy some time. It's like an hour and like 20 minutes probably. It was an hour and 35 minutes for me watching this because of commercials. I had it recorded on Disney Channel. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This is AJYT Abbott. And next time you watch a Chipmunk movie, just remember, you're probably pleasing all of the directors watching it, all the producers watching your video of your reaction to it, and they are very, very happy that they are literally sucking your mind, body, soul, blood, sweat, and tears. Sing this song to help you through the pain of Chipwrecked.